everywhere have been boiling for the past few hours. Moment the video footage of what Nnamdi Kanu have been going through in the DSS custody finally leaked out. We do not know how the video got to come, but everywhere is boiling right now. Biafrans have been crying for the past few hours. Moment they saw the video of what Nnamdi Kanu have been going through in DSS custody for the past 4 years that he have been arrested and all of that, everybody have been shedding tears because they never expected it and they never see it coming. And this man will come to court smiling and laughing with everybody, and a lot of people will still come to him to come and snap with him, snap pictures in court and all of that, but they never know what this man have been going through in the DSS custody. Now the video footage is finally out, and this video is finally released to the media, and a lot of people couldn't believe their eyes. So I will play you the full video. You see things for yourself in this very video. So I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, do well to share it. Let a lot of people get to know what is happening as far as Nnamdi Kanu is concerned in DSS detention. And if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'll come back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome me back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just do what to click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. A lot of people have been shedding tears, and the moment they saw the video of what Nnamdi Kanu have been going through in DSS detention, Biafrans have been crying, and a lot of them couldn't believe their eyes because things are actually happening as far as Nnamdi Kanu is concerned. They used to see this man, he will come to court, and the moment he comes to court, everybody will come to him, they will be smiling with him, and he will be smiling with them. They will bring out their phones, they will bring out cameras, they will post around him, and he will take pictures with them. But nobody ever know what this man have been going through in DSS detention and all of that. Until the video finally leaked out, a lot of people did not know what this man is going through. Now they're telling the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu now to forget everything that they be doing as far as the court case of Nnamdi Kanu is concerned, that they should work on the bail of Nnamdi Kanu, that man must leave the DSS facility, must leave the DSS detention. That's why a lot of Biafrans are yelling right now. They said enough is enough, that he cannot continue to stay in the DSS detention again. But I think that the video wasn't released, but I think that they didn't see the video that was released few hours ago and all of that, they will not say that they should be fighting for the bail of Nnamdi Kanu. Now all eyes on Nnamdi Kanu right now, because they said nothing must happen to Nnamdi Kanu. Now I'll play you the full video, you see things for yourself. Come and see what this guy is going through in detention. I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just do what to share it. Share to the social media platforms. Let it go viral. Let a lot of people get to know what is happening as far as Nnamdi Kanu case is concerned. If you really love Nnamdi Kanu, if you're true Biafrans, do what to share the video. Let it get to the right table. Let a lot of people get to see it. I believe somewhere that there are some people as far as Nigeria is concerned that it is just a call that they will make, Nnamdi Kanu to leave the detention. So do what to share the video, and if you can't share it, just do it to like it so that YouTube will recommend it for us. You know, for the past 4 years, Nnamdi Kanu have been in the DSS detention, and a lot of dramas have taken place. Now, most of the dramas that take place before this video was released by mistake and all of that, the dramas that have taken place have actually put the eyes of a lot of people on the fact that this man is really going through something in the DSS detention. But there wasn't evidence, there wasn't video evidence and all of that. If you should look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu very well, some time ago, the DSS came out, according to a report, they said they did not want anybody to see Nnamdi Kanu in the detention. They did not want the wife to see him, they did not want his lawyers to see him. That thing happened in several locations. What are the DSS hiding? Why are they saying that they did not want anybody to see Nnamdi Kanu at that very moment? It happens for close to a month. I think so. It happens for close to a month allegedly. Those are what actually happened. Why is it that they did not want anybody to see him at that very moment? Is it that he had bruises in his face or all of that? Or is it that they just want to wicked him? Or it's just that it's part of their protocol? A lot of people ask the questions then, even to the extent that the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, they went to court to fight the petition in court that the DSS is depriving them from seeing their client. And it was after that that the wife of Nnamdi Kanu was allowed by the judge, and the judge made the directive that the wife of Nnamdi Kanu should be allowed by the DSS to see the husband, I think twice a week then. And they even passed the instruction that the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu should be seeing him at least at a particular time in the week as well. And that is, by the way, another issue happened again. I'm dating you back to what have happened before this video was released. Don't rush me. I'll play you the full video. You will see things for yourself. An issue started then again, where Nnamdi Kanu, they said his health was actually deteriorating. His health was very bad, and this man have been going through a lot as far as his health is concerned. But yet, they did not allow him to have good access to medical facility. And the lawyer actually lodged the complaint in court then. You see, the judges that have been in charge of Nnamdi Kanu case before, a lot of people have been swearing for the judges because they believe that the judges have not been doing what they ought to do as far as the case is concerned. That's why the case is being prolonged to this level. God bless the judge that is in charge of Nnamdi Kanu case now.
They are using it to do experiment against SSS.
Exactly. So there is no way we're going to allow that to happen. My rights must be respected.
He's brought into Kenya into this doc and allow him to talk without his
You were talking about your health condition. What exactly is wrong with you, sir?
I have congenital heart failure. Congestive heart failure is called. From the medication, you can tell. So they're basically trying to keep me alive. So that when they calculate that I'm about to give up, that my heart is about to pack up, they will now say go. So when I go outside, I will die outside. That's what they're trying to do.
The medications they've been giving to you, has it not been working?
It's not working. If it's working, why would I have all these lumps underneath my...
And he has written a petition to the Nigerian Medical Association where they brought one quack doctor, somebody who is not a doctor, to treat him.
To come and try and treat.
But up to now, they have not...
They don't know what they're doing. And they know they don't know what they're doing. Or else, why would I have...
Dramas have happened. A lot of things have happened. Many things have happened to this man in detention. When the health was deteriorating, they said that, according to what the lawyers from Nnamdi Kanu said, they said the health is very, very bad and Nnamdi Kanu needs to see a good doctor at that very moment. But yet, the DSS deprived him allegedly for not seeing the doctor. Those are what actually transpired then. A lot of things have happened. We've seen a situation where Nnamdi Kanu actually fight a particular DSS officer in the court. The way the officer was actually talking to him, the way the officer was always around him and all around him 247, all of that, Nnamdi Kanu did not say anything. But the moment the officer actually said something, this is a senior officer, I think so. The video is all over everywhere. These are not my words, the videos are there. And the moment the officer did a particular thing, Nnamdi Kanu burst out. That was where Nnamdi Kanu was trying to challenge the officer. The officer was very tall and obese, very dark, gigantic man. It was even the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu that separated him from the officer there.
If I remove your hand small. No, I say your hand small.
They were already exchanging words. What transpired? Do you think it is what transpired in that court that made Nnamdi Kanu to burst out? Those are the questions that a lot of people weren't asking then. What have happened to this man in detention before? And as the matter remains now, you will notice that even the judge that is in charge of Nnamdi Kanu case presently, they just said something. He said he scrapped out a lot of DSS allegations against Nnamdi Kanu because he said the witness that they brought, the evidences that they brought, they got it under duress, that the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu weren't there when they got the evidences from Nnamdi Kanu. Who knows, maybe it was due to beating allegedly that they used to get the evidences from Nnamdi Kanu. Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking. Now let me play the footage of everything that transpired, what a lot of people have not seen that have happened to Nnamdi Kanu in detention and all of that, because according to report, I don't know how true is that, but according to the law of Nigeria, the constitution of Nigeria, you don't have the right to beat someone that is in detention and all of that. You don't have the right to punish the person like that since the person is on trial. But let me play the full video, see things for yourself. So if you can share the video, just do what to share it. Drop a purple heart for Nnamdi Kanu. If you really love this man, if you're a Biafran, do what to share this video. Share it, let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it, give it a thumb up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. Just stay connected, see things for yourself. First of all, hear what was said in this video, and during the video you will see what happened to Nnamdi Kanu. He will play everything out for you. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
No, I say your hands small.
I just came back from DSSS now. I went to visit Nnamdi Kanu. And the condition I saw him is not something to write home about. He's not well. I will continue to say it. The cardiologist, who is the person that has been treating Nnamdi Kanu, have told the DSSS that he cannot be coming to DSSS every time, every week, to be treating Nnamdi Kanu. That it is against their own ethics. He is a U.S. American trained cardiologist consultant, and he said that he needs to have Nnamdi Kanu in his clinic at least to monitor him for 2 weeks. But the DSSS said no, that except his through court order. I can't see the reason why the judiciary should be allowed themselves to be used by the executive. We have seen the best international practices that once somebody is sick, even in a prison, and if you discover that the person needed to have the best medical practitioner, a consultant or a specialist, they will release the person. But the one of Nnamdi Kanu, the case is quite different. Is it because he's an Igbo? Is it because he's Nnamdi Kanu?
With the UN on Nnamdi Kanu saga, the United Nations has asked Nigerian government to immediately release Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and pay him adequate compensations for the arbitrary violation of his fundamental human rights. So it's also recommended that government officials responsible for the torture meted out on the IPOB leader be investigated and punished. How do you see the federal government responding to this?
It's difficult to predict how exactly they are going to respond. But of course, the government will try its best to defend itself, but it has to defend itself within the ambit of United Nations conventions. This whole problem emanated from the forceful arrests and relocation of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. There are internationally guaranteed rights that the UN working group that indicted the UN working group on the detention, arbitrary detention, has indicted Nigeria and Kenya of ideally, if you want to put someone on trial, a fugitive who ran away from your country, if you want to put him on trial and he's in another country, he has to go through an extradition trial. In this case, there was no extradition trial in place. Nnamdi Kanu didn't go through any form of extradition trial, yet he was forcefully brought to Nigeria, and Nigeria now is facing trial before a federal high court. As far as the working group of the UN Human Rights Council is concerned, this was a gross violation of Nnamdi Kanu's rights. As far as they are concerned, Nigeria and Kenya stand indicted for the manner they brought Nnamdi Kanu to the country. It violates international convention, violates international law to forcefully drag a man out of another country and bring him to his country to face trial in the manner in which Nnamdi Kanu was brought to Nigeria by force. So, for this reason, Nigeria stands indicted. My own position is both Kenya and Nigeria are signatories to this convention. So they are morally obligated to comply, because if you are not signatories to the convention, then it's the content of the convention is not binding on you. But if you made up your mind that, look, this is good for me and my people, and you signed up to it, it is then incumbent on you to comply. The UN Human Rights Council itself is a product of the United Nations resolution. So it then means that as a country affiliated to the United Nations, we have to comply with these resolutions. And from the tone of this 16-page report, it is clear that they mean business, because the working group is asking Nigeria to get back to it within 6 months of receiving this indictment, showing it how it is complying, showing the UN agency how it is, the UN working group, how it is complying with the directive handed over. It's also asking that Nigerian officials who are involved in the illegal arrest of Kanu without him being subjected to an extradition trial should be punished. And they are interested in knowing every step of the way what we are doing to comply with his resolution. So, and it is saying that it will not stop at that, that it would take further actions against Nigeria. Now we don't know what actions could be taken against Nigeria. We don't know yet. There are all kinds of options open to them, but as I said earlier, if you are a signatory to a UN convention, a UN charter, then you are obligated, at least morally and sensibly, to comply with the content of that that UN convention or UN charter. This is where this has left us. As for when the working group on arbitrary detention, so under the UN Human Rights Council, sent a query to Nigerian authorities and the Kenyan authorities. The Kenyans refused to answer, but the Nigerian officials answered. But the UN working group on arbitrary detention was not convinced by the explanations offered by the Nigerian authorities, especially on the whether Kanu has committed treason and so deserved the treatment that he got. They were not convinced at all, and it's not difficult to understand why they were not convinced. As far as they are concerned, based on international law, based on international convention, once you want somebody extradited to face trial in your country, you got to let that person go through an extradition trial. The courts of the land would then determine whether to release him or not. How would Nigerians feel if the Americans just stormed Abuja and grabbed Abba Kyari, the highly decorated police officer who was accused of working hand in hand with some of the most notorious advanced fee fraudsters in the world. One of those advanced fee fraudsters is a man from Nigeria who was said to have met Abakari in Dubai. The Americans have their indictment in place, but they have not stormed our country to say they are going to forcibly abduct Abakari and take him to the US to face trial. I know the Americans have done that in the past, and when they did that, they were roundly condemned. I can't, as a person, condemn America for abducting Manuel Noriega, the former president of Panama, and some of the other world leaders that they had taken prisoner, and then say that my country did the right thing in the way it handled the Kanu matter. Whatever is right, whatever is wrong is wrong. If the UN convention is that a person should undergo extradition trial when the request is made for that person, then that should be the law. That should be the way people are taken out of another country to face trial in the country where they are deemed to have infringed on the laws of the land. So we didn't do that in the case of Kanu. We took him by force. We subjected him to inhumane conditions and brought him to Nigeria, where he's now facing trial. What we did was against international laws. No matter what anyone feels, it was against international law, and that is why this indictment has come. And Nigeria must not take steps that will cause it to be treated as a pariah nation, that will cause some of our partners that we cherish to begin to see us as a lawless nation, as a nation that does not respect the UN charters and the UN conventions.
I came to see Nnamdi Kanu's mother and father, and all of you were aware. I spoke to them, and I spoke to President Muhammad Buhari. He's alive, and he directed he should be given the court that his lawyers should not oppose bail. And I went to see Nnamdi, and I saw him, spoke to him immediately, spoke to his brothers, fine boy, all of them. And the unfortunate things happened, and it was not my problem that he started doing what he's not supposed to. I warned him. I said, once you get this bail, don't carry arms, don't sew uniform, don't do all this thing. You are second in command, can do anything, carry your flag and shout. And that is the truth. I'm saying it publicly, so it can be on record. So the court gave him bail, and the unfortunate thing happened. When he came back from Kenya, I was the first person that saw him in DSS. True of us, you will have the record, and it's true. And his lawyer said, why should I go there? I'm going to tell him to surrender their mandate. I mean, country is not built that way. The nationality of a country should be respected. I still believe that President Tinubu will surprise people. I have discussed this matter with him, and I'm sure that he's also waiting to see. We must give the judiciary opportunity to say who is right or wrong.
Igbos, one of our omenana bụ oyaga na nwanne ya ọnụrụ be nwanne gba n'ọsọ oye nụrụ be nwanne gba n'ọsọ ọya mere nke Nnamdi Kanu genu ntị oge Sunday Igboho nke Yoruba oge nke Sunday Igboho fiọfịọ Yoruba leaders niile gbanyere ahụ and they rescued him. So they got penny. He didn't Yoruba Jibiri, and he was rescued. Even President Obasanjo, Yoruba culture. Oyagana one Jena Niger Delta. Jena Batompo like a woman. The youth, the old. Hanchabar. Government if not daughter. Yes, their position. Do you know how many trillions he's paid in a month? He makes in a month. That one I can He had to get there. He took it. He no. That boom. That we may all be one. That they may all be one. Are we one? This young man came talking against heinous killings in the farm. Our women who will go for farming and some of our men will be butchered. Our farms we are no longer safe. Our families are not safe. Go up there down to Uzo one now. Many places are not safe. Killing, kidnapping. Now, Nnamdi Kanu came and said it must stop. And they said once he's arrested, all these things will stop. Since he was arrested, has it not multiplied into 20 times? Is it not better that he's released? And the court has given judgment to release him. But now, the young men, the Igbo youths everywhere, it shall be well with you. They stood together, they got united, bonded, but the elites. My Lord, Jesus said that they may all be. Oh, yeah, come now, that they may all be one. Are we one? Abuloye and Kai are by Chiche. Mmadụ kwesịrị iche ka ọ pụta ụfọdụ bụ ndị jere ije ejekpụrụ mana dioti kọcha ihe ọhụrụ n'elu nkwụ ọba ama mmụọ mana ndị niile aka ha dị n'ọgbụgbọ ahụ werekwa onye ga-akọ akụkọ ya ọfụma they will all suffer maka ndị ga-adịkwa ndụ n'ime ha sef ma ọ bụ na anwụ abịara. There are things don't do and get free. Kedụzi ebe onye agha na nwanne ya dị n'ime ibewe anya epewe anya bewe ime epewe ọ ka dịzikwa anyị ahụzụla ego gbaghara nwanne ndị oshimi ndị mpịawa azụ karịsịa. The unity is no more there. Etiti anyị n'onwe nke anyị are we united? Ejiri onye agba ashịrị, ejiri onye nke ashị ashị, ejiri onye nke boto nwanne gị na-ebe ọ na-atọ gị. It will soon be your own. So anyị na-ekwu maka unity. Igbo Igbo, anọ m na this point. Ndị niile Igbo ji eje ọgụ ma ndị ọha na eze. Because if we are fighting a common cause, today is Nnamdi Kanu, but the nature and the species of invasion that is happening in our land, if we are not careful and faster, and the government of Igbo land should wake up. If you cannot go to release Nnamdi Kanu, do what he ought to have done.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see everything that actually transpired in this very video. You can hear everything that this guy actually said in this video. This is the truth of the matter. Everything that this guy said in this video is the absolute truth. That's the truth of the matter. Now, in this case of Nnamdi Kanu, if someone is feeling sick and the person is not feeling good, the person is not feeling well, the fact remains, you're supposed to allow the person, no matter who the person is, even if the person is a highest criminal, no matter who the person is, you need to allow the person to have good access to medical facility. That's the fact. Even criminals that they want to execute in all those American prisons and all of that, those ones are already in prison. They've already passed their judgment. They're already in prison. If they need good access to good medical facility, they will still give them good medical care in the prison there. And they should say that what happened to them is beyond the prison, because there are times that the inmates in prisons, they actually fight themselves and they injure themselves, they do all manner of things to themselves, and they have gangs in prison there, but they will still fight themselves, and once the medical facility in the prison cannot take care of it, they will take them to outside the medical facility where they will have good access to medical care. Those are people that are already in prison. But Nnamdi Kanu is not in prison. This man is still even facing trial. But yet, they did not allow him to have good access to medical facility, allegedly. Those are what the lawyers for Nnamdi Kanu actually said back then. But I don't think that is repeating itself again based on the medical aspect of it. A lot of things that happened to this man. He's not yet in prison, but yet you do not allow him to have good access to medical facility. They didn't want him to die there. It was when the people of Biafrans began to scream out that no, if you do not allow him to have good access to good medical facility, if anything should happen to Nnamdi Kanu, that things will go down. That was when a lot of things began to change. Now, this man is requesting for a better life. Like, he needs to face the trial, fine, but he needs to be in a good position. Even the lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu came out in the last hearing that they did. He said they should allow Nnamdi Kanu to go. They just allow him to go. They should free him. That will be coming from his house to the court. That is how it's been done in many countries. He said that will be coming from prison to the court. He said that will be coming from the correctional facility to the court. He can't remain in dungeon, in the cell, and be coming to court every day. The worst time that you can put someone in cell according to the law of Nigeria, I think it's just 48 hours. After 48 hours, you have to charge the person to court. And since the person is in court, the person will be coming from remand to the court. But in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, why is it different? For the past 4 years now, you have been in the detention and you have been coming to court from the detention. People don't come to court from detention. Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking. They said they should let him go and they should release him, that the moment they release him, he will be coming from his house to the court to be facing his trial. And if it is correctional facility that you want to go and put him, fine, put him in correctional facility, let him be in remand, and he will be coming to court from the remand. Those are what a lot of people are saying. Now, see things the way it goes. You can see everything for yourself. Now, drop your opinion in the comment section on this video. What do you guys think? Because the judge that assisted on Nnamdi Kanu case is concerned is really doing a good job. Justice Tomotosho. Kudos to the judge. Kudos to the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu. He's actually doing a very good job. Now, everything that was said in this video, everything was actually alleged, and even the pictures, everything, the AI made and all of that. So, just to describe what the video is all about, those are what the pictures are for. Now, drop a opinion in the comment section on this video, as I'm going to get on that trend for you, and share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG Watch TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, he pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where? Politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.